to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears. Somebody asked me, where'd you get that lending me your ears thing from? Well, I'll share a secret with you. When I was a kid, I was a fan of the Little Rascals. Do you know who the Little Rascals are? You know, Spanky, Buckwheat, Alfalfa. And during one of their productions, if you know the series, they were doing a Julius Caesar impression, and little Spanky says, friends, or was it Alfalfa? No, it was Alfalfa said, friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. That's where I copped it from, in case you'd wonder. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back on topic here. Today, I want to talk about sales demo and my suffering. First, let's talk about my suffering. So, I requested a sales demo, software demo. To make a long story short, this person, I didn't buy. At the end, I didn't buy for 3 reasons. 1, they asked me dumb sales questions. Do you know what I mean by dumb sales questions? Here, tell me if you think this is a dumb sales question. Hey, Victor, is money or making money, generating revenue important to you? Duh, yes it is, right? That's why we're in sales. Do you think you would want to find new ways to make more money? Yeah, duh. Nobody would say no. The person was asking me these questions like for the first 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm like, please stop. And I wanted to say that, but I held back. I was trying to be respectful. The second thing is I can tell that he did not understand my business. He's trying to sell me a product, doesn't understand my business. That's a problem already. Problem number 3, they know too much. Here's what I mean by that. I talk about the curse of knowledge. The curse of knowledge is when you know so much. When you know so much, you talk at a certain level and people can't keep up with you. That's the curse of knowledge. We've all been in situations where somebody's explaining something at such a high level, you're like, I have no idea what you're babbling about, but I know you know your stuff. But again, that doesn't benefit me. So 3 things: dumb questions, didn't understand my business, and they knew too much. They were just really talking over my pay grade, if you know what I mean. And then when they got to the price, here's the interesting part. When they got to the price, this person literally hesitated. It's a $1,000 a month subscription for this software. I requested the demo, already showing them that I was interested in this. But when he got to the pricing, it's like he was selling with alligator arms, very shy, kind of, I think it's $1,000 a month. I mean, we have different programs, we have, different plans that you can look at, and you can just hear the nervousness coming out of his voice. And then people often ask me, Victor, why is it that customers only focus on price? And this example will now always haunt me, because this was a perfect example somebody who didn't know how to ask me the right questions, didn't really understand my business, didn't really explain things correctly. And then when they presented the price, they were afraid, which signaled to me that I wasn't even sure if I wanted to buy it. So what did I say at the end of the conversation? Let me think about it, which is what most customers say when you confuse them. If you ask them dumb questions, if you don't know their business, and you confuse them with too much information, they're going to lock up and not buy. And then never present price like you're scared, because that means even you don't believe the value. Think about that. If you really believe the value of your product, you just it's $1,000 a month and it's worth every penny. That's how you say it. So, if I were to retrain this person, because they need retraining, I've come up with a simple formula for actually doing a sales demo. And you get to hear it right now, special just for you. Step number 1, let's figure out the why. Why does Victor want the software? So I'm assuming I'm the actual person giving the demo. I want to know, why did Victor request a demo? So I'm going to ask why questions. And I've come up with a new value trinity that I've had. This is my 3rd trinity, in case you're counting. There's a B2B trinity, there's a B2C trinity, and now I'm just going to call this the demo trinity. And in the demo trinity, there's 3 things that you should focus in on to make sure you line up with the prospect. 1, show them how they're going to make money with this software. 2, show them how it's going to reduce their cost. 3, show them how it's going to save them time. These three things: money, time, cost. Money, time, cost. That's the first thing I want to understand. How can this software help Victor make more money? How can this software help reduce his cost, right? For example, on the why piece, let's say that to accomplish that task that the software now would help me complete, I currently have 3 software packages, and this one would replace all 3. That's an example of not only saving me money, cost, reducing costs, but also another example of improving my workflow, which makes me faster, which saves me time. That's where I would start. I need to know why this would work for Victor. 2, what is it? What is it? When somebody jumps into the software demo, instead of just starting to just click everywhere, because if you look at today's software, I mean, some of it looks very sophisticated and complicated. This one has some AI, artificial intelligence flavors to it, and it was not a simple dashboard or home screen, right? Good graphic user interface, but still overwhelming. If you see it for the first time, it is purely overwhelming. Well, this person just jumped right into the demo and started clicking and trying to show me things, but my brain was going like left, right, up, down, sideways. I was trying to keep up with the person, and I was more focused on keeping up than comprehending. In other words, I was so focused on what he was trying to show me that I really wasn't listening to what he was saying. I was just trying to keep up. So the first thing you want to do is, when you're actually landing in the software, this is the curse of knowledge and how do you get rid of it? When you're showing somebody a screen for the first time, what I want you to do is orient them. You can just say, look, here in the upper left-hand quadrant, we have ... Over to the right quadrant, upper right, we have this. Now, if you go to the bottom left, Victor, here's what we have. And over to the bottom right, here's what we have. Now, Victor, we're only going to be talking about quadrant number 1, which is your upper left, because that's where you're going to spend 80% of your time. Now, if he had said that, immediately my brain would have rushed to that quadrant, and I would have focused in, I would have been with him, right? And I would have kept up. So keep this in mind. When somebody is seeing your product for the first time, you want to orient them and let them know what they're looking at. Trust me, take an extra couple of minutes to explain the display and then jump into the actual demo. But remember, focusing on why they want it. That's why this person should have said, we're going to look at quadrant 1 because I understand what you need. So instead of throwing everything into the demo, the person focuses in and first orients me and then focuses in on what I want. Number 3. So now, you understand the why. You understand what you're looking at. Then the third step, after some explanation, the how comes in. Now, Victor, here's how you're going to use it on a daily basis. And then demo that. So again, 3 simple steps. First, why do they want it? What are they looking at? So again, explain to somebody what they're looking at, understand their why, and then orient them once they jump in. So think of the what as orientation. Just kind of figure out what I'm looking at, and then show them how they're going to use it. Don't try to teach them everything. Just teach them what they need for now, and as they get used to the software, naturally we start exploring more. And that is how you do a powerful demo. 3 simple steps: why, what, and how. And by the way, that should ring a bell. When you talk about why, what, and how, it's very similar to Simon Sinek's Start With Why, the Golden Circle. So all respect to Simon Sinek, it's a very similar model. And by the way, if you did the why, what, and how correctly, presenting price is not a big deal. And that is it for this Sales Influence podcast. Again, don't forget to leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Pandora, Spotify. Let me know what you think. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, check out my online sales training platform, the Sales Velocity Academy. Over 50 courses, 500 videos, the most comprehensive sales learning management platform on the planet. That's what I'm going to say. So check it out. If you want to sell more faster, go to salesvelocityacademy.com. Let's wait for the drop. Here it comes. Before I sign out, my favorite part. I want to thank you for listening. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Hi, I'm Victor Antonio. I'm an author, sales trainer, and keynote speaker. I'm often asked, what makes a great speaker? Is it someone who delivers real content that the audience can use? Is it someone who engages the audience so they're part of the learning experience? Or is it someone who can motivate an audience to push them beyond their comfort zone and discover new abilities? The answer is yes. But the most important thing to remember is that I'm not there to look good. I'm there to make my client look good. Simply put, it's never about me, and it's always about them.